Hello, welcome to Biography TV. If you're new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss our next video. Biography of Barthélemy Boganda. Barthélemy Boganda, born on the 4th of April 1910, was a leading nationalist and politician of the geographical region currently known as the Central African Republic. His political and leadership achievements are still remembered and celebrated in the Central African Republic. He passed on the 29th of March 1959. Born into a family of subsistence farmer in Bobangui, a large village in Lobaye, Central African Republic, young Boganda was adopted and educated by Roman Catholic Church missionaries. At 28, he got ordained as the first Roman Catholic priest from Ubangi Chari, a French colony in Central Africa in French Equatorial Guinea. This region later became today's Central African Republic. He attended a school in Mbaki, the capital of Lobaye, which was one of the 14 administrative jurisdictions of the Central African Republic. For a year, from December 1921, Boganda spent 2 hours daily with Monsignor Jean-René Kaloj learning to read, while he spent the rest of his time mainly on manual labor. On the 24th of December 1922, Boganda was received into the church under the name Barthélemy. Father Gabriel Herau then sent him to the Catholic school of Betao and later to the school of the St. Paul Mission at Bangui, where he completed his primary school education. His intellectual prowess earned him the interest and support of the church to continue his education to the secondary level at some seminaries in Brazzaville and Kisantu before he moved to the Great Seminary at Yaoundé. During World War II, Boganda served in various missions, and these, alongside some persuasion from the Bishop of Bangui, led to his involvement in politics. In 1946, he became the first Ubangian to be elected into the French National Assembly. There he strived and thrived through racism and the colonial regime before eventually returning to Ubangi Chari to take a step as daring as forming a grassroots movement in the opposition of the French colonialism. On the 28th of September 1949, Boganda achieved his dream of establishing a solid force against French colonialism when he founded the Movement for the Social Evolution of Black Africa, MESAN, a nationalist quasi-religious party that sought to affirm black humanity and advocate for the independence of Central African Republic, a French colonial territory then known as Ubangi Chari. From 1956 to 1958, Boganda played a crucial role in attaining internal autonomy in the Central African Republic. In 1956, he won 89% of the votes in an election against a fellow Ubangian for the post of Speaker. He performed so excellently that he got elected as the first mayor of Bangui. On the 18th of June 1957, Boganda was elected president of the Grand Council of French Equatorial Africa. He kept making efforts towards the good of his country that by the 1st of December 1958, he declared the establishment of the Central African Republic as an autonomous member of the French community, and 7 days after, he became Central African Republic's first prime minister. Boganda will be forever remembered as a hero of the Central African Republic and one of the foremost leaders of decolonization in Africa. He designed the flag of the Central African Republic and achieved loads of other feats. In honor of him and remembrance of his achievements, there have been various places named after him. Also, the 29th of March, known as Boganda Day in the Central African Republic, is declared as the anniversary of his death. The activities of MESAN, Boganda's political party, angered the French administration so badly that it hated Boganda and saw him as a dangerous revolutionary political leader. This led to their efforts to silence him. Fortunately for Boganda and other pro-revolutionary citizens of the Central African Republic, the French administration wasn't able to silence him, even though there are unconfirmed allegations of France being responsible for his death. His move of getting married despite his initial commitment to the priesthood had some negative effect on his political career. However, he rose beyond it. On the 13th of June 1950, Boganda married a French woman, Michelle Jourdain, who was employed as a parliamentary secretary. This union had a terrible effect on his reputation because he abandoned the tenets of priesthood concerning marriage, hence leading to his expulsion from the clergy. The couple had 2 daughters and a son. Following his remarkable achievements in the country, many believed that he had supernatural powers. Some even believed that he was immortal. Others called him the Black Christ. There have been religious beliefs, cults, and myths surrounding his name and personality over the decades. Boganda would be the Central African Republic's first president, but sadly, he died in a plane crash on the 29th of March 1959, just before the legislative elections. His death was a big loss for his country. He was buried on the 2nd of April 1959 at the Cathedral of Notre Dame. There were thousands of Ubangians in attendance in his honor. On the 7th of May 1959, the Paris weekly L'Express revealed that experts found traces of explosive in the wreckage of the plane in which Boganda died. However, the French High Commissioner banned the sale of that magazine edition in the Central African Republic. This led to suspicions that the French administration was responsible for the plane crash that led to his death. What have we missed out of this biography of Boganda? Let's know in the comment section. Will it be ridiculous to subscribe to our channel? If no, please like this video, share, and subscribe to our channel.